This program is brought to you by thepodcastfactory.com.
What's up? Producer Jonathan here from the Podcast Factory, and today what we're going to talk about is whether or not you should start a podcast show. So people are always wondering, should I start a podcast show? Am I ready? Is it time? Do I need to jump in? And today I'm going to give you the 3 questions that I ask anybody before I'll work with them. And the questions are simple. Question number 1, do you have an email list, and how often are you emailing them? Question number 2, what are you selling? And question number 3, why do you want a podcast? So let's go through those in order. First, number 1, do you have an email list, and how often are you emailing them? If you don't have an email list, you do not need to be podcasting. If you're not emailing them often, you should be spending more time emailing them so they get to know you before you add any other content. Number 2, what are you selling? Podcasting ain't cheap. So if you're not making money and you don't have anything for sale, do not podcast. And question number 3, that's just because I want to know, can I help with your mission? So if you've been asking yourself, is it time for me to start a podcast show? And you couldn't answer yes to 1 and 2, then you do not need to be podcasting right now. And you should spend more time setting up that foundational stuff before you add any new content. That's it for today's tip. Thank you for tuning in. And remember, for more tips like these, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, thepodcastfactory.com/YouTube. What's up? Loosen up. All right, let's do this.
This program is brought to you by thepodcastfactory.com.